We want to talk a little bit more about hips and understanding. Okay, I think obviously Nick does a great job sometimes, but obviously in this situations, can we drop a little bit deeper to create this pull a lot longer? Okay, so and his hips are facing inside only. Okay, with the hips completely being squared, okay, facing the field, we have to recognize the wingers pressing inside, the 2v1s with Luke on the outside. So obviously we see this play go. Maybe we can get a better pass from Ethan. Okay, Leo's coming inside to check. Show's obviously coming into that 6. So we have our player relationship with these two inside. Alex is doing his job of being in the neck. Okay, to obviously bump in and out. But with the winger screen pressing the inside, okay, the rotation has to be through the outside. But we can't get to the outside when our hips are closed inside. It's one of these. Talk about our 9 and 10 press really quick. Okay, we've talked about it in training before. When the goalkeeper has the ball, we don't need to press. Okay, because the outlet is here, and Alex running straight at the goalkeeper breaks this line. And if he breaks that line, then Luke has to step, and then the line is broken on the outside again. So it makes us full shift. Okay, so we have to again understand when the time to press is. While going, Alex is not screening anything. Okay, so obviously if you want Alex to press the goalkeeper, then it has to start from this angle to screen that guy, or start from this angle to screen. But if he starts, then obviously Luke can get a head start. Just something that, because then that effort is for nothing. It's wasted. And then Luke is also late because we're not pressing as a unit. So it's just an example of bad pressing. And we'll obviously look at one of good pressing. So the ball is broken, and they have time to obviously. Okay. Within the same play, here, Van Leeuwen, okay, can we squeeze? Okay, Alex is covering. Squeeze, 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 guys. We have numbers here to squeeze. Liam drops obviously to be ready. But can we squeeze the opponent? We don't need to give them time here. Just squeeze it. We're a little bit late to the reaction, no problem. Talk about the wrong positioning within our team. Okay. Pockets, I've told the boys, are between 1, 2, 3, or 4 players, right? This is a pocket. Okay, we're not playing with the natural 9. Okay, unless we change things around depending on what the team presents to us. But Jordan should be here. We don't need the depth in this situation because we have the numbers inside. Jordan becomes here, and we have a 2v1 with Liam. Okay, this Jordan needs to be here because Noah's our depth. He's weak side. We have Alex weak side as well, creating the 6. Noah's weak side, creating depth. Jordan's one high, one low. It's a moment to check in here because we can break the line here. And we can turn. If this guy pulls, then Liam runs. If this guy stays, then Jordan turns. But the option is not presented to Van Leeuwen because Jordan is high without a purpose. Again, it's not easy for them to see, and I'm not asking them to play something simple. Okay, this ball, can we go into Noah? Yes. It's not the end, right? And we have a 2v1 situation here, but there's also, I think, one more guy back here. Okay, so he tries to find that pass, but Noah, again, isn't going to the ball. Leo kind of just saw it. He's open. He tries to go for it. Okay. Is that understanding? We could have gotten out with this simple one here with Jordan. Of bad defending, which we never ever want. Okay. Ball goes there. This is a full pressing moment that could have guaranteed us a goal. He's going to drive inside. Liam's already screened the outside. Okay. Alex is doing his role here. Van Leeuwen is doing his role here. Show there. Okay, maybe Alex beat on the opposite side like we talked about because Noah's the one backtracking. But Jordan, this is unacceptable. This is a win. That's a win. That is not defending. Okay, I'm highlighting it because it was a very intense moment where the first 5 minutes when we score, we had the chance to score another goal. This was it. Here. He's not going to go anywhere else. They have 1, 2, 3 in the same channel. He cannot bump anywhere. This is a win. It has to be a win. And Jordan lays a hand on him, perhaps, and allows him to move out. As I said, they didn't have a place to go, but Jordan has to win that pass. We find Noah here in the 2v1. Weak side. Okay, he takes on the first player. You got to shoot, buddy. Okay, I like your idea. If not, keep going. Territory, no problem. Again, it's going to happen. Okay, this would be a failed attempt at a press, although it was almost a correct understanding. Okay, 9 and 10. Noah sprints. There's a difference, obviously, as you see. Noah is trying to screen this player here, so it's perfect. Okay, ball has to go out wide. Luke starts to go. Okay, and again, it's aggressive in the press. Luke slows down a bit, no problem. Play inside. Okay. Now look, this is what I mean by the other 9 closing that back press. It's not looking at this player. Alex is also on the double. He has to go there. We fly, and Jordan should be around here, flying in here. Because there's no way they're going to get out. It's a 4v3. We're not aggressive enough. Okay. They get to switch, but my point being is Liam decides to cheat, right, to establish our press. No problem, but we have the coverage in the back. You're asking a kid to hit over 50 yards in the air. Okay? Shows the one that receives it, but we have... Is it risky? Yes, we've got 3v2. Obviously, Luke has to start dropping in this moment of negative situation, but it all comes from that understanding here. That press has to happen. If they go, no problem. We have the numbers because they have to go this way. They can't hit the ball this way. There's no way this kid can hit the ball that way. It's impossible. Noah's covering that block. Okay, so the ball has to go that way. So we have the 2v2 matchup with Show as well. So we have a 3v3 or a 3v2 at times for us. And Liam starts backtracking. Alex has to start backtracking. Luke obviously has to go just in case of any counter situation. Okay. But as you can see, that's the cause. This cause here, even though Show takes a bad touch, that cause here is the cause of this play here. Because 1 and 2 didn't do their role. Okay, boom. Goes. Now, we go again into what happens when we don't have our base. Alex's job is to be here. Obviously, you saw me screaming on the weekend. He needs to be here when Show drops in the 3. And even if Show's dropping the 3, we create the double with him. You need to be in this gap, not higher. Now we have 3 here doing nothing. Because when Leo needs to play this pass inside, you need to be here. We can use you to bump to the outsides or turn. We have nothing here. There's a massive gap inside this pocket. That can never, ever happen. You're asking to get scored on. Hence what Leo tries to accomplish. Not the moment. We get very lucky. Right? Again, we're ball watching. Jordan, roll here. Noah's roll is correct. Okay? But we're ball watching. We've tried to install it so many times. But think about if Alex started here. He'll have time to turn and create a 2v1. Right? If Alex was already there, he can turn Jordan here. He has Liam there. He's got... But understand the line difference from that player to that player. You're talking about 40 yards. So when we defend, we want to minimize those gaps as small as possible. First goal. To start, you can see the problem. we don't have our other 10 pressing. Alex lost the focus. Okay, he was the other 10 alongside with Jordan. Okay, whether it's Alex, whether it's Kai, whether it's Bellinger, whether it's Julian, Noah, whoever may be playing up top for us in this given situation, not only is it his responsibility, but it's the team's responsibility. Obviously, you'll hear me screaming at Alex to obviously start the press, but it's also the team's responsibility to understand this cannot happen. Because there is no press, right? Jordan is waiting for his teammate. Maybe he goes, but if he goes, it's kind of pointless, okay, because there's nothing really to help us with, okay? And you'll see the separation of lines. Now we've got a lot more distance between our lines. Okay, Alex is dropped inside here. I'm guessing he was mistaken with his role. Luke is already losing his reference here, so you can just break the line. Okay. So here Luke needs to track back and be in line with his reference. Okay. Nick and Aiden need to be in the same line, so either Aiden drops or obviously Nick is covering, so Aiden needs to drop and be on the same line as Nick. Okay. He reacts late to the press. Luke is higher than his reference defensively. Nick is on that line. Again, they break the line here because Luke is higher than his reference to begin with. Okay, now we're all backtracking. Okay. He cuts inside. Okay, because there's no back press here or back press here, our lines are now split from Jordan to Luke. From Jordan to Luke, you've got about 12 yards. The whole point is to squeeze the opposition as tight as possible so they can't get out. And if they break a line, it's can we return and come to line? Okay, we come here. Alex is late on that. Jordan is no back press in sight. If the ball goes here, that's his job. Okay. He slides in there. Liam drops with his line. Okay, Nick, Aiden. Okay. Liam sees that the player is looking this way, so he tries to cheat. Nick, this is a professional play. Nick has to step and leave him offside because his line is high, right? But there's no communication. If Aiden was here, maybe, but it's not Aiden's fault. Aiden's keeping a higher line. Okay, can Nick go higher? Perhaps. Okay, Liam tries to cheat. Can Liam stay in this gap here, exactly where he is, so that ball, if it's played, he has a higher chance of receiving it. But because he tries to cheat and Nick stays in that line, the guy's onside. Alright, so he plays the ball in the seam. Aiden, again, you've got to be a little bit more separated than Nick, because Show's obviously taking that role, and you got to be behind the defender. Okay, but look, it's not an easy thing to ask for the boys. It's a very professional play. Okay, so the ball's being played. Nick leaves him on side. Liam gets caught trying to cheat. Okay, ball goes right down, and again, because of that cheating, he's not able to hit it, and it goes through him. Okay, and obviously he could finish from the kid. About the second goal. Ball's played to the width. Alex does his role of screening inside. Jordan needs the back press. Liam's tucking inside. Okay, Luke is lower than his reference at this point, so we have good. Leo's covering his job. We have a 3v2 situation here. Show could probably step. We can keep it at 2 here, no problem. Okay, they get out. Okay, this kid bumps inside. Okay, Jordan's got to be on that. There's no other place the ball's going. Okay, ball's played. Luke loses his man on the bump. He runs forward. Leo's already lost his reference. Okay, so we get split. It will happen. Teams will break us. Okay, we have a good line. It's still compact. Clear it out. Okay. these things will happen in games. We always go forward in transition. We shouldn't be going backwards. Obviously, Luke is the ball. Show, you've got to be stronger. It's a lot to ask, but you've got to be a lot stronger there. And then, obviously, the PK happens. Okay. But Nick, I need you to sprint as hard as you can in this play. You're ball watching. Okay, Liam and Aiden do a good job of react. Nick, you fall asleep on me. Okay, Nick, if you sprint, you might help Show in that too. Aiden's trying to help. Liam should be sprinting to guard this. But look, we're ball watching. Aiden's the only one really ball watching. See, Nick, if you sprint, maybe we have that chance. Okay, and again, there's the mistakes that will happen. It is a PK. And obviously, it's upsetting. Second goal. Okay, break a line. Okay, understanding roles. Okay, Alex has to be as the central 10. The other 10 in this pocket. Okay, Leo's obviously pulling the defender in here just to support, which is perfect. Okay, can Nick close in the gap in territory? Luke is creating our width. Noah's the other 10 is doing what his role should be. Okay, as this ball goes, Noah's run in the neck, okay, pulls the defender, which if you can see is a big gap between these. We don't need Leo running it because he's pulling too. Okay, that's why Alex has to be in this 10 role, because this ball can go straight inside, and now we have a 1v1 situation. But it's so important to realize we have an exact 3v3 matchup. Okay, so in this situation we have an advantage of number because they don't have a defensive overload, so we've got to be able to attack these spaces. Okay, maybe Liam can better touch, plays with the inside. No problem, but this is where the goal comes in. Alright, goes in. Okay, but now our shape. Okay, Leo staying within the neck, even though he doesn't need to. We need someone weak side because we have a 10 here. Show decides to check. I think Aiden can do this role. Okay, and Show becomes this weak side pinch. Okay, Show goes. Okay, but now we lose a number with Aiden. So obviously we want Aiden to be able to do that, no problem. Aiden's got to drift inside. Okay, Alex has to drop. Obviously we've caught ball watching, okay, because now we have a 2v1 with Luke on the width. Okay, technical mistake. Okay, but if Alex is deeper in this pocket, okay, Leo obviously should be there, but you know the game, it is what it is. We have 2 here. It doesn't give us any purpose at all. Okay, it's a misplaced pass. Okay, we scramble. Okay, the technical mistakes will happen. Okay, there's not much that can be done except obviously this touch should never be that big. Okay, the touch should either lead backwards or away from pressure. Okay, makes a mistake. Catches up. Okay, and now Ethan comes out. No worries, maybe he could stay in the box. Liam's got to keep tracking. There is no need to win the ball here. It's a 2v1 situation. You don't need to win this ball. Okay, obviously both of them slide. You don't need to win this ball. You just don't. He's only going that way. He's not going anywhere else. Alright, Liam's obviously got to catch runner. Show's got to understand here. Leo's got to keep running. Stop ball watching. Okay, and we cause that foul. It's a matter of 5 minutes in, and it causes us that to lose the game.